What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be going over the top 10 centers in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM, lads. So before we get onto it, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to hit 250,000 subscribers by the end of the month. It's looking like we're going to hit it at this stage. So again, really huge thank you guys for all the support recently on the channel. And also, lads, I will leave a link to the channel in the description, but we are back uploading on Bol daily. So lads, if you guys could go and give this channel a subscription, because, well, we streamed last night for a couple of hours. We uploaded a video about Russell Westbrook. We're going to start uploading a lot more on this channel over the next couple of days / weeks. I'm going to try either upload or stream every day on this channel once a day. I think I'll be able to do that. I do think I'll be able to keep up a one a day upload streak on this channel, and as well as keeping up DBG the way I want it, and keeping going with the Mick channel. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to try see if I can. I'm going to try it anyway for a month or two, see if I'm able to consistently run 3 channels. But I think I can. Because again, I've got this video. I spent a good bit of time like prepping how to make these videos as efficiently as possible, so that it doesn't take too much time out of my own day. And I think I should be able to revive this channel. So yeah, video number 1 is up right now. It is me talking about the whole Russell Westbrook situation. And yeah, anyway, that is pretty much it. Now let's get on to the list. So the center position is stacked. Guys that did not make it: Taco Fall didn't make it. Arvydas Sabonis didn't make it. Lanier didn't make it. Hakeem, Moses Malone, Randall didn't make it. Dirk Jokic. Like, there are a lot of really good centers on this list that did not make my top 10. Just shows how stacked this position is. At number 10, we have got Jaren Jackson Jr. So Jaren Jackson Jr. is a fantastic card. The guy's got 91 speed, half showtime, half range extender, half quick first step, as well as 12 half defensive badges. His release, I don't like it. I'm going to say it now. I do not like that release. It's not awful. Pro 4 behind the back. He has got 93 3-ball, 91 speed for centers, insane. 88 lateral quickness. He's got a really good wingspan of 7'4", as well as being 7 foot tall. He has got 87 speed with ball, and he's got good rebounding stats. Like 2.916 total stats for a center is really great. So I'm going to say that he is definitely one of the top 10 centers in the game for me anyway. So Jaren Jackson Jr. is in here at 10. And number 9 is slightly better Jaren Jackson Jr. and it's Eddie Curry. Like, in terms of stats, like, the Jackson Jr. is 12 better. But for me, it's just player build. They are incredibly similar. I get it. Eddie Curry has only got, well, it was a 6 half defensive badges compared to Jaren Jackson's 12. You kind of need to give Eddie Curry gold intimidator or interceptor, gold heart crusher, and gold or at least bronze chasing artist. And then maybe like bronze bailout. But I prefer him. I think the player build, in fact, he's 295 pounds. And the guy's 50 pounds heavier. He's got a wider player build, and his release is chicken. Like, you've got base 38. There's a reason why the guy is in my team right now. We got him, and I got him, and what's his name? The guy I have at number 9. I'm actually running 4 centers as my power forwards and center in my team, to be honest. He's there as my backup center. The guy I have at number 8, is my backup power forward. But he did replace Jaren Jackson Jr. today in my squad. If you're on next gen, I don't know who's better. I really don't. I think there are positives and negatives to both Jaren Jackson Jr. and Eddie Curry. I think it's a very close one. But I'm going to give Eddie Curry the nod because I prefer him. And Eddie freaking Curry in here at number 9. At number 8, we've got Mel Daniels, my starting power forward. I'm such a huge fan of this card. Like, there are not many players in this game that I prefer to Mel Daniels. Like, Mel Daniels, 6'9", it's not the tallest, but he's got a 7'11" wingspan. And like you can see by the picture in the card art, it's a noticeable 7'11" wingspan. they made his arms look as long as possible. He was better on offense. I will say this, he was better on offense before the hook patch, but on next gen, the guy just doesn't miss. I love that base 81 on quick. It's the same release as Mel Ball, except instead of on very quick, it's on quick. I like his upper. His dunking is exceptional. He's not the greatest in terms of like creating off the dribble, but again, he's a power forward / center. I liked him at both power forward and center. The half range, he's got half steady for current gen, which is not great. The guy comes with 15 half defensive badges. And yeah, he's just god tier on both ends of the floor. Definitely better at power forward and not center, but he's great at power forward. At number 7, I can't believe it. He's actually here at number 7. It's Kevin Durant. I was looking, I was like, am I wrong putting him at 7? I was like, no, this KD's a 7. This KD is the best 2 guard, was one of the best 2 guards, if not the best 2 guard in the game. 6'10 with a 7'4 wingspan, 99 off his 95 defense overall. He's 240 pounds. He's 240 pounds? Did not know that. 97 3 ball, 94 speed, 94 acceleration, 94 lateral, 95 driving dunk, 90 post dunk, 94 post moves, 94 lateral, 88 pass reception, 88 steal, 80 block. He's got half range extender, half target shooter, half volume shooter as well. He's also got like half quick for step, half handles for days. He can curry on next gen. He's a half clamps, hard crusher. He's got basically every defensive badge. Dude comes with 69 out of 75 total badges. Like and none of them matter. Like defensive leader only matters if you don't have 2 guys in your team with half defensive leader. And most centers have that badge in Hall of Fame. So I would play him at the 2, but he's a really, really good center right there. Sorry, I accidentally elbowed my desk. So, yeah, he's number 7. At number 6, we got D-Rob. David Robinson at number 6 is just a crazy thing to say, because he is my starting center. I got the number 1 guy at my power forward, and D-Rob, 93 3 ball, 91 speed, 91 acceleration. He's also got 90 lateral quickness, 90 driving dunk, 89 speed with ball, 80 steal, 95 block. He has got quick first step Hall of Fame. He's got clamps. He's got 14 half defensive badges. Only goal range extender. But his release is quality. Like, I am a massive, massive fan of David Robinson's release. And as a pure shooter, he is really, really good. If you just want someone to just catch when he's wide open and hit shots, I'm telling you, D-Rob on quick is chicken. Pro 6 behind the back, Pro 8 cross. Good on current gen, like meaningless on next gen. Even though he's got a slasher dribble style, he's a tall player, which means he's essentially got plus 100 speed. His height makes such a difference for speed in this game, which is why the number 1 guy is just a demigod. But yeah, I think you might even argue that it's a little bit harsh. And it's a little bit harsh having David Robinson in here at number 6 on the list. But like, when you see the top 5 centers, like, it's hard to not have him here. It really is hard to not have him at number 6, which is nuts. Because the top 5 centers are probably 5 of the best 10 cards in the game. Number 5, Kareem. Again, we have to put this into perspective. For me, the not having a secondary position is a problem. I was tempted to put D-Rob over Kareem, even though Kareem's the better card. Because the problem is that we've got 3 guys left on the list that can only play center. So you can only have 2 of them in your squad. And if you don't make subs, you can only have 1 of them in your squad. Whereas the guys that have 1 and 2 can play power forward as well. They might not necessarily be as good, but they are quite close. So Kareem's defense, I believe, is the best. I think Kareem's a better defensive player than Shaq. Just my opinion, I felt the same last year, and I feel the same this year. I think Kareem's defensive animations and just his length is better. It says he only has a 7'5" wingspan. He feels like he's bigger than everybody else. He feels like he's longer than everybody else. He's got a 21. He's a base 21 very quick. I don't like his jumper. I'm going to say it right now. I think he's too quick. But he does have unbelievable, like, he's basically 95 plus in everything except 3 ball. You can give him range extender. I mean, if you're playing with Phil, like, this is like the 1 card in the game that is actually made better by Phil Jackson. It'll be interesting to see when Go Kareem comes out what that card's going to be like. Or whatever the 99 everything equivalent is. But he's got volume shooter. He's got no volume shooter, no range extender. You can put it on though. He's got 15 defensive badges, only a couple of playmaking badges. Maybe you want to give him handles for days or ankle breaker, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. But he's insane finishing wise. One of the best interior centers, if not the best interior center in the game. And Kareem's at number 5. And number 4, we have got Shaquille O'Neal. Most people prefer Kareem to Shaq. Shaq just has the player build. Simple as that. Like, he doesn't have as good a behind the back as Kareem. His release, I hate it. I can't agree to save my life with Shaq. So, I'm not a fan of it at all. He's got a 96 3 ball. He's got 95 speed, 95 acceleration. Again, he's got basically 95 plus in every single stat. So, the only thing you're really worried about is the badges and animations. He's got 16 defensive badges, Hall of Fame. He's got half range extender. Dude's got 14 or 13 shooting badges, Hall of Fame, 15 finishing badges. He's got half showtime. He's the best rebounder in the game. I just don't like his release, and I personally think Wilt Chamberlain's wingspan just allows him to play defense that little bit better. On next gen, Wilt Chamberlain just feels faster. I've played against both of them. I have not used Shaq on next gen, but I've played against him a few times, and I'm not that worried about Shaq, whereas Wilt just feels like he's sliding around the floor with how fast he is, which is a bit of a weird one because Shaq's super speed on his other opals, crazy, but Wilt just feels like he's a next level super speed. They're both the same height. They both got almost identical stats. It's literally preference. It is preference. They both have almost the exact same amount of badges. Yeah, Shaq has a few extra Hall of Fame. Wilt's got a few extra golds. Like, the same amount of badges. Wilt, I much prefer Set Shot 17 to Shaq's release. And also the Pro 3 behind the back is huge. Like, I use the behind the back quite a lot. And I think that having Pro 3 versus Pro 4 is big. And I also prefer Wilt's kind of like defensive animation. So, literally, Kareem, I think Wilt and Shaq are better than Kareem. Not by that much, but I think they're better. But I will say that Shaq and Wilt is just preference. And in top 2, they may not be as good as Shaq or Wilt, but they can play power forward. So for versatility reasons, I got number 2, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis, I'm such a big fan of his release. He reminds me very much of Wilt. Like, playing him and Wilt is just so hard. He reminds you of Wilt in terms of like his defense, the way he plays it. His wingspan 7'4". That is the biggest lie in 2K. It's about 8 foot long. He's got only slasher dribble style, which is a bit of a problem on next gen. But for me, on next gen, he has been just, I've used him, he's just been like this defensive player. He's been a really good defensive player, and he can shoot quite a lot better. Like 85-3, he's got a hot spot in the wing. That alongside gold range extender, one of the easiest releases in the game. He's got half interceptor, half hard crusher, half clamps. The guy's got only 35 hot badges, but he's Giannis. Giannis gets some animations. Everyone knows it. Everyone has played this game since NBA 2K. I don't know what I'm going to say, 18 or 19, when Giannis got really glitchy. Like, Giannis was good in 18, but in 2K19 was when Giannis became the glitchiest player in the game. So, like, since 2K19, Giannis has always had these, like, weird glitchy animations that have just turned him into just this unstoppable force of nature. And I think that he just gets some better animations than Wilt, that I prefer his release. Much prefer his release. I think he's a better shooter than Wilt, even though his rating's a lot lower. So, yeah, Giannis is number 2. And number 1, this guy on current gen is good. This guy on next gen, I was messing around with him today. Man, I was wrong. I'm so glad I picked this guy up. Because, man, I was the first couple of times I played him, I was like, you know what? It's debatable whether he's better than Kuzma. I'm like, nah. I've used him enough. I cannot question it. Bol Bol. He might just be numero uno. I've been saying since he came out, Danny Ferry's number 1. I even referred to Danny Ferry as numero uno in multiple videos. He may, on next gen, be better than Bol Bol, or be better than Danny Ferry. This guy, 89 speed. Dude's got the quick dribble style. Add 20 to that. A 7'2" player with a quick dribble style. It does not matter that he's at 89 speed. It doesn't matter on next gen, because defensive players move at a minus 10 speed anyway, because of the way 2K programmed the game, and offensive players already move faster than defensive players. But with the quick dribble style and his height, he literally feels like he's like uncontrollable. He's faster than Wilt Chamberlain. His movement, he's the fastest player in the game. There's no question about that. He's the fastest player in the game on next gen. I don't care if the speed says 89. Man, I've used John Wall. I've used a bunch of players with 99 speed. He is the fastest player in the game, and it's not close. He's at a 92 3 ball. Pro 3 behind the back. Curry slide. Lopez release, which is iffy. The only problem is his release, but his release is still good. Half range extender. Only gold clamps. Man, that doesn't matter. Bump on it, like, you're still going to bump people out of the way on current gen with gold clamps. And on next gen, clamps means nothing because no one plays defense anyway. Or, well, 2K basically deprogrammed defense by buffing the speed of players with the ball and not buffing the speed of AI or players without the ball. So you're basically like, your players could be 99 every single stat on defense, and they may as well have 75 star every stat on defense, and they bumped up offense. But yeah, so he's the best. He's the best. Him and Danny Ferry are 1A and 1B. Like, maybe again it's a bit of like the first time I use a card, I'm a lot more high on them than the longer I play. But man, I am such a big fan of Bol Bol. But yeah, so now let's recap. At number 10, Jaren Jackson Jr. Number 9, Eddie freaking Curry. Number 8, Mel Daniels. Number 7, Kevin Durant. Number 6, David Robinson. Number 5, Kareem. Number 4, Shaq. Number 3, Wilt. Number 2, Giannis. And number 1, we have got Bol Bol, lads. So yeah, that is pretty much it. That is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.